Hello everybody, and welcome back to another On The Table video, guys. So, what have I been up to this week? Well, I've been trying to stay out of the heat, because at the moment in the UK it is absolutely ridiculously hot. It's literally like living on the inside of Satan's arsehole in this office. It's so incredibly hot. I've just not been wanting to do any painting whatsoever, not being wanting to do any building. It affects the glue, it affects the drying times, it just affects me because I get sweat in the paint, I end up dropping things, and it's just shit that I can't be arsed dealing with. But the temperatures have subsided, at least for the time being, and I decided to myself, I want to get some more stuff for my Epis Mechanicus. I want to do the flyer, the Archeo Chicken Orthoraptor. I don't know what it's called. The Archeocopter orthodontist. I don't know what its name is supposed to be. There's 3 different variants. It's come out recently for the Epis Mechanicus, and I absolutely fucking hate the model. Well, let me rephrase that. I hate the model for my army. It doesn't fit my aesthetic. I mean, it's a cool looking model, don't get me wrong. It's decent in regards to, on a technical aspect. It's just not very thematic with my army that I actually have. It doesn't suit the right thing. It's not got that kind of like heavily industrialized kind of like feel to it. It just looks a little bit too Da Vinci and a little bit too weedy. My army's very it's very heavily armoured and very solidly built, and it just doesn't fit. So therefore, I don't like it. I mean, for my actual army, it's why I won't get it. However, I was thinking to myself, it would be cool to incorporate a flyer into my army, and I was like, what do I want? Are there any flyers that I've seen maybe a long time ago when browsing through the Forge World website that I liked? I thought, oh god, yes, there is, and it is the Avarice Lighter, guys. I don't know why it's called the Avarice Lighter. Very strange name. But this is cool. Basically, it's a box with wings, as most Imperial vehicles are. And I absolutely fucking love it. It's super, super chunky. It's really, I think it's really interesting looking, personally. And it was easy enough to adapt. By the way, it's a little bit wonky because I'm sitting on a cork, because I'm still in the process of painting it. At the moment, I've kind of got the colours blocked in. I've also not put the landing gear on it yet. However, I wanted it to represent a weapon, so I'm just going to flip it around to the front. Now, before I talk about the weapons, you might be wondering, guys, why, move my light, why is the pilot gold? Why is the pilot made of gold? And that is because of a very, very interesting little tip that I learnt from the amazing Moggy of Moggy's Miniatures. Because I didn't want to... I thought it would be amazing to try and get a tiny hinge to fit up here in order to make the canopy openable. But then I thought to myself, I don't even know where I'd get tiny hinges. So I was like, I'm going to glue it down. Therefore, I was going to have to... I didn't want to have to paint... Oh, I didn't want to paint the whole thing because I was going to use this, guys. So basically, here is the canopy for the Avarice Lighter. As you can see, I've got some red cellophane in there. And that is just to make it a little bit different, and so you can actually see the guy in it. These are actually all hollow, like they're not hollow, should I say? There's nothing. They're voided. There's nothing in the middle of this when you get the Avarice Lighter, apart from maybe a little bit of flashing. So I cut it out and replaced it with this cool cellophane. I literally just glued it in underneath, and it fits pretty much perfectly in there like that. Now I have to adjust the lighting a little bit. In fact, I might have to zoom in. Oh wow, the glare is incredible. But yeah, so the reason why it's gold is because gold reflects light, especially light through a red filter or a red lens. Now it's kind of difficult to see. As you can see in there, I used some zenithal highlighting, so I sprayed the whole guy black, and then I sprayed gold down the top. And when you put the red lens over it, the red canopy, it looks really good. It looks like it's got inbuilt like cockpit lighting that's kind of like illuminating him a little bit. It's hard to see because of my fingerprints on the fucking canopy. Let me just try and rub those fingerprints out. Like when you do with your fucking sunglasses in the car. Sorry guys, I might just pause this 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. That was taking way too long for something that I was trying to do on the fly. So I've kind of gone away, given it a little bit of a clean. Why can't I get it back in there? But yeah, so you can see it kind of, oh, there we go, that's it, perfect right there. You can see how it kind of just illuminates him a little bit. And obviously you may be wondering, well, hang on, that's not the stock pilot that you get there. No, I shaved his head off and put a Skitari head on there. So that's the way that's going to look. It's really, really cool. I really like the way that turned out. Yeah, that was a really, really clever tip for from Moggy. But yeah, let's just look at it for a second. It is literally like it is just a flying box on wings. It looks awesome. I love it. It does have an interior as well. Although I think I've painted the door shut. But you know, you're never going to see that interior. I was going to have like a Skitari hanging out with like a phosphor blaster or something, but I just didn't have the parts for it, so I thought this'll do for the time being. I can always pry it open and do something else on it if I want to. This here is going to have we're going to have some object source lighting on the back of the engines here. I may even drill out these little holes here, make them a little bit deeper. Make them look a little bit more functional. Underneath we've got some nice little detailing. Now here's where I added some additional weapons, because this is I think I'm going to proxy this as the Sky Raptor or whatever it is. So the Sky Raptor is supposed to have twin heavy stubbers, twin Codling Slash Cannon, and I think a twin heavy phosphor blaster. I'm not entirely sure on the full weapon loadout. So I've kind of tried to represent it with approximations here. The weapons fit perfectly on the side. I had to shave some of the side detail down on the actual Forge World model itself, replaced them with Sentinel las cannons because they're just small enough, they're just stubby enough that they fit perfectly on the sides and they don't look too out of place. We have a heavy stubber on the top here. I'm not sure what that's from. I think that's from one of the, I think that's from the Castellan robot kit, because it has this nice little flat bit at the back, which means I could just stick it on the side, which is really good. And then we got a phosphor blaster. No, I stand corrected. No, this was from I think a Baneblade or a Lehman Russ or something, and this phosphor blaster here was from the Castellan robot. Now it's supposed to have two of each, so I'm a bit gutted because I kind of wanted to shave all this detail off here and put another one of these on, but I didn't have one. So again, I was just rolling with the punches and just seeing, you know, what I had to hand to make this a rough approximation. Now for friendly games, I don't think anyone's going to have an issue with it. For tournament games, I think they would. I probably would never use it in tournament games because I don't play tournaments, so friendly games, it's going to be totally fine. However, I did have a slight disaster with it, and that was I dropped one of these engine pieces. The wings are made up of this engine block here, and then the wing separate, so this is separate from the body and the wing is separate from the engine block. However, I really annoyed myself because I was having one of those shit days. Have you ever had one of those days, guys, where you literally just drop everything, and like anything you touch just falls apart, or anything you touch breaks or just gets destroyed? One of those days, and I dropped this engine part and it bounced and it landed on this little pit here, and obviously it's supposed to reciprocate on the other side, so I had to kind of like go in there with a bit of like sprue, a bit of like, I think it was a bit of sprue or a bit of a just a bit of a door or something, just to try and like make up that lost space. And then inside we've got some plastic putty that I'm slowly building up there, so that'll be painted silver. Hopefully it's not going to stand out like a sore thumb. But anyway, the colours are just blocked in at the moment, apart from the engines, because I wanted to do those engines a little bit differently, mainly on account of I've actually ran out of Vallejo gunmetal, so I had to resort to using my disgusting, horrible fucking stand-in product, which is this Hubroll gunmetal acrylic, and it's really dull. So what I had to do, I had to paint all that first, and I had to use my leftover bits of gunmetal out there, like scraping the pot, and then dry brush that over it to kind of get the shine that I wanted back on it. But this is going to get hit with another wash of Agrax and Null Oil 50/50, and then it's going to be sorted, guys. It's going to be pretty much done, just a bit more weathering, and then decals. I'm looking forward to adding some decals on this one. There's lots of really nice flat areas on the wings and on the top of it and on the sides and just everywhere really where I can think of putting decals on. I'm going to put some fucking decals on. These decals are going to go everywhere. Obviously I've got the feet to add as well. I need to give those a wash and a dry brush as well, and then everything can be just glued together. It does have a flight stand. I'm not going to take it off the cork, because if I do, it won't go off. It's pretty substantially cemented on with the blue tack. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this. I think it's a really cool little flyer, and it kind of makes me want to do a little air wing detachment for my Iron Man. Jesus Christ, John, you scared the shit out of me! Fuck! Jesus fucking Christ! Jordan! Fuck! You scared the living fucking shit. So for those of you guys that don't know, my wife's just been creeping. George, just go back to where you were.
No.
Please.
No.
My wife was creeping just there at the door, and I looked over and just seen this face, and she scared the fucking shit out of me. George!
I was waiting for you to finish.
You don't just hover there like some kind of looming creature.
I was being patient.
I know you're being patient, I'm very grateful for you being patient, but fuck me, that's scary. I nearly pissed myself, George. Jesus fuck. Shit bollocks. That's fucking scary as fuck. Oh my god. Sorry about that, everybody, ladies and gents at home. My wife just scared the ever-loving shit out of me, if you couldn't fucking tell. She's just there. She's just there back at the door. She doesn't want to be filmed because she's wearing her pyjamas. I've completely lost my trail of thought, guys. I don't actually know what I was saying. George, you fucked me. You fucked me right up on this. I know what I was doing. Right, so yeah, back on topic. Do this cool little flyer. Maybe I want to stop fucking chortling in the background. Yuck it up. Fucking just laughing at me shitting my pants. You're such a knob. I've got the knobbiest wife ever. Yeah, so I wanted to do a little air wing detachment. Now, the thing with air wing detachments is that you can't really use them anymore because they really retconned all the rules in the new edition of 40k. So now you can only have like 2 flyers per detachment, which is poop because I wanted 3. But by God, I'm going to have 3 anyway because it looks cool. So I was looking through some of the Forge World flyers, and they're actually really cool kits. I'm going to get a few of them, so hopefully you'll see some of those appearing on the channel in the next couple of months' time. But that being said, guys, I'm going to go and recover from my heart attack. I hope you guys check out the links in the doobly-doo down below. If it's the first time you're watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. See you now, and goodbye.